Hi guys, it's me, Carbundance, and welcome to another food diary of 365 food diaries this year, where I show you my way from quasi recovery from anorexia to real recovery, like the first and the last real recovery that I'm going to have to do in my life. And that is very exciting for me, and it's very exciting news for you too, because you can do it too. I'm not a unicorn, you are not a unicorn, you can do it just as well, and you can really benefit from, you can make use of the videos I make daily for you guys, 2 videos a day. Check out the other videos that the other video that I also uploaded today about how I know if I'm recovered or if I'm recovered, yeah, fully recovered. And so by grabbing something to eat right now and yeah, while you're watching my video, you can take actual steps. And what I'm saying here with my background thoughts is super relevant to you guys. It would have helped me very much when I was not in real recovery yet, which, for example, on that day 1 year ago that I'm going into now, this is the usual coffee I had. David took a video of me here, a photo, and you know, I look happy here because I am able to actually do this. But I also knew at that time I am not where I want to be. Like, I have a long way in front of me. And yes, you can see here, if you look closely, you can see that I had these open mouth corners. How do you call it? I can't remember the name right now, but it's like the cracked corners, and I used to have them so much. I don't have them anymore, but like they used to bleed, but just very, like, maybe one day or so, not in every cycle, but just sometimes 1 day or so, and not like bleeding, but very, very, very mildly. I just feel it's a little bit more sensitive when I am in my luteal phase, and that is where the body produces more hormones, more estrogen, more progesterone. And I think that's, yeah, also, I don't think that, but it's a fact that the body needs more zinc then, and more calories and stuff, and just the metabolism is revving up much higher. And that is the only time where I feel kind of a sensitivity around it, and I'm sure and convinced it's just a matter of time until that is gone completely. But it used to be an all-time thing for me here, like all of the time. And I used to take zinc and like all kinds of things. And yes, there might be people saying, yes, you just need meat, and that's because you're a vegan. But you know, it's also, I think, like, I don't know in the end, but I think I'm 100% sure that the highest, like the greatest component and factor for me having that at that time was that I was not eating enough. And many people who are not eating enough, for example, anorexics, do have problems with this. And that is how you also automatically, you know, if you don't eat enough calories, you also don't get enough micronutrients, no matter what you eat or how you eat. And you also see here, I have a lot of, I had a lot of hair loss there at that time. This is the yogurt and the berries and the chocolate cake. I'm going through this rather quickly. It's the same like yesterday. You can watch yesterday's video to see what I had to say about it. But I have a little bit more mango there, like different, and also more yogurt, right? It gets more each day, kind of. But the thing is, so you might have noticed, like in yesterday's video, I had challenged, like 1 year ago, I challenged 2 things. And that day, I didn't challenge so much. Maybe, I'm pretty sure it's because my eating disorder was like, well, the program only asks us to challenge 1 thing a day that we're afraid of, so maybe today we don't have to. And at that time I was still not stable in my recovery, and you know, I was not doing real recovery also. And so once I challenged something that was really challenging, I used to like just back off and kind of be like, I don't know, I'm just gonna take it a little bit slower and wait a few days until I challenge something again. And it's like, yeah, that's just kidding yourself. It's just, do you want to recover or not? I also ask you this question today. Do you want to recover or not? Do you want to be kidding yourself or not? Like, you have to be sure, like, of what you want. And you can do this. Like, everyone can do this if they only want it enough. When you want it more, then you fear. You just go against it. You just do the opposite. It's that simple. And this kind of truth used to piss me off so much, guys, because it just made me look like I wasn't wanting it enough, and like it was so easy and so simple. And I was like, no, it can't be that simple and so easy. And I was really upset about it. I'm sorry, but it is. And I hope that you guys can kind of take my tough love and be grateful for it and just take it and run with it away from the eating disorder into your fear. That's what I make these videos for. Okay. So that was a thumbnail. Very dramatic. That was a thumbnail I took on that day because I was making a video for you guys. Very dramatic. That was actually the reason I'm showing you this is the thumbnail will come later. This is the banana ice cream with nuts. Yes, I was keeping up the challenges, right? Like the motto, once it's in, it's in. I knew I cannot just challenge it once and then just run away from it again because I'm so afraid. Or the eating disorder makes me so afraid. And so these are the nuts and they're keeping it up. And also less water here, right? Where I soaked the soy flakes in. So this was the thumbnail. Eat fat, gain or lose fat. When to eat less / more fats. You can actually rewatch the video. I don't know exactly what I said there. I think I was just kind of opposing the advantages of eating more fat and less fat, and that it's about the right middle, the right balance between too little and too much. And just like, I considered myself to be I thought this is full recovery, and I just wanted recovery to be as healthy as possible and as like just in a vegan way. And that is where I was kidding myself. And these are the things that I was thinking about. Like, I still was in my head thinking that, yes, well, you cannot just go completely reckless and radical and extreme. You cannot just pretend like you can eat as much fat as you want. Well, yes, you can. You can. Like, if you were my former self, then 1 year ago, I would have told you, deal with it. You can. You can not only, but you should. This is what you have to do in order to recover. If you keep up your rules and your mindset of you can eat too much fat, then your fear of fat is not going to get any less. That's just how it is. And I also remember someone, I think it was Rainbow, in a live stream or in a comment, I think in a comment, telling me that you should not think about how much fat you can eat. You should eat whatever you want in recovery. And that's how it is. Yes, that's what you should do. I don't know when I get to this, but if you watch this, if you rewatch this video, it's still on my channel, then let me know. Maybe you can let me know if it's worth it for me to react to it at some point. I will react to a lot of older content of me because I think it's very helpful for you guys, and also to see the progress and the difference, and to expose the bullshit. This is the same dinner as the days before. Yeah, there's not much to say here. I said everything about it in the last video, like in the last videos about this dinner. This is what I ate a week ago for breakfast. It's something that we had in the pan, some leftovers with, like, that was the first thing I saw it. I wanted it, I had it. And then that was more of the breakfast. This is some Christmas stollen and some fruit bread that I also had. I wanted to compare the two, which I like more, and both of them have to be eaten anyway. This is some banana and passion fruit. This is the Christmas stollen. It's really nice, really buttery. And then I added cream cheese on half of those and butter on the other halves of those. And here's banana and passion fruit. I just wanted to know which I like better, the cream cheese or the butter. Then this, it looks so random, it's really weird, but it's corn, sweet corn, and like from the, how do you say? From a can, and then banana and passion fruit. I thought it sounded really nice together. And then it actually, I just needed something that kind of, don't ask me why, but some greens sounded really good in this. And I don't have this very often. And it's not to make it healthier or stuff, but it, like, the sweetness was a little bit overpowering in the combination. And I love sweet, don't get me wrong. I love sweet and cereal and sugar and stuff. And I do eat all of these things, also processed and stuff. This was just because I thought, well, I just think that would fit perfectly, like the spiciness of the arugula, for example. Yeah. And then I just go for it because I crave it. That's the thing of it all. There you can see all of the powdered sugar here from the Christmas stollen. And I liked the one with the butter more. This was a comment I got on that day a few days ago, like 1 week ago, from someone on my German channel. She says, I've been observing the scene, like the vegan scene, since 2013. That's exactly as long as I am on YouTube as well with my channel. And I haven't seen any kind of vegan YouTuber who publicly admits to have made a mistake with their former content, and who finds as clear words as you find in regarding an eating disorder. Bonnie Rebecca likes to talk about around the bush. Do you say that? Just as Ravana. Many former vegans like to go to the carnivore diet and don't see that they go from one extreme to the other, that they replace one extreme with the other. And I also was a suffering soul that thought that in the perfect diet and way of eating there's the healing. And she's recommending my channel 1000% to other people, and that's so kind. Thank you so much for these words. It's just, I thought, well, because I haven't seen anyone talk about this, and I was like, and I still am so sure that I cannot be the only one having suffered with this, because these types, like veganism does attract people with eating disorders, okay? That's a fact. That's how it is. But not everyone who is vegan has an eating disorder, obviously. But it does attract those with an eating disorder. And so this is what I felt like, this is why I felt I just have to talk about this, because I have suffered from this so much, and no one else, I also haven't seen anyone else talk about it the way that I do. And so thank you very much. That was very confirming. Also, if any one of you is also thinking similar things, I'm very grateful if you just leave me feedback, because sometimes, it's very valuable to get the feedback, because you also get negative feedback, of course. And so this is another passion fruit, and here we have cheese, some hard cheese. It's really yummy with the sweetness. Recommend this for anorexia recovery. Het did beat this. She is fully recovered. has great videos on her channel as well. Someone commented on her channel, plain Greek yogurt and granola, or with fresh plain fruit. Cut out all the sugar. What an absurd thing to say under an anorexia recovery channel. She commented, no thanks, we like sugar. Yes. If anyone ever comments on what you eat, ignore them and focus on your truth. That's what she shares in her story. 100%. So this is something that made me cringe. It's a post, it says, put your ethics before your ego. As if it is always an egoistic thing, like an egoistic choice if you are not vegan. And I had to go through this very, very much. It is not your ego if you are surviving, okay? We are not talking about being egoistic here. It's not selfish. Well, maybe like per definition, yes, because you're thinking of yourself, but I tell you what, it's natural. Every other animal in the world would do the same. That's just something I wanted to leave here. For those who feel the ethical pressure and the ethical, like who just feel so bad about it, watch my video, how to ethically justify eating animal products. I know it's just a hot topic and it's so important. Like if you struggle with a restrictive eating disorder, and then it's automatically not only a choice for you to be vegan, but also a restriction. And you have to get rid of all of the restriction in order to recover from the eating disorder. Because if you just keep the fears alive by avoiding all of the fears, then you're not going to get rid of them. That's just pure psychology. And that's how the brain works, and you have to rewire that shit. And I didn't want that to be true for far too long, and that is why I know it's controversial. I know I never wanted it to be true, but I feel like I have to say this. No one else is talking about this, and if someone can recover sooner because of my content, then it's all worth it. It takes all of the time. I also want to remind you I have a Patreon channel, link below, also PayPal link if you're feeling like you want to give back. I hope I can keep this up, also financially, long term. You can, yeah, I mean, if you feel called to do that, you can be part of that. So this, I had some Haagen-Dazs ice cream here. I just felt like it. It was about half of the thing was already there. Is still there. And it's the, how's it called? Belgian chocolate and strawberry crunch. And the Belgian chocolate, it really just looks so good and tastes so good. Look at this. Yes. It's with full cream. Like it's just, I think the highest quality ice cream you can get, like from the conventional ice cream. It's like, yeah, it's really good. Like the quality, and you taste it so much. And I didn't know it before, but I just had the whole thing. I wanted it, I had it. And those thoughts that you cannot have the whole thing and you have to restrict, that's exactly what you have to rewire. And that is why I ate it. If you have the feeling, you feel like if you mentally want it, you have to eat it. There's no way around it. And if you cannot do that right away, do it like I did, together with my development throughout the year. I did baby steps in the beginning, and it was not for recovery at all. I restricted and compensated somewhere else, and, you know, it was just like a back and forth, and that's why I show it to you, because eventually I got to real recovery. where I am in now. In the beginning it was just like one little challenge a day or something, but it's going to get more. Watch my videos. This is really, yeah, it's going to lead to a recovery explosion for you guys. I had some banana, some apple. That's one apple, it's just several photos of that. Then a Snickers. I also ate that on camera for you guys. You're going to see that maybe in time lapse. If you want a Snickers, get it. Eat it with my video. Then I had like sandwiches. This is bacon, this is cheese, and this is tahini. Very simple. Had 4 of the toast. Then I had some lentil dal. Then I put these in the sandwich maker. I wanted to try this, and this is white bread, as white as it can get. Eating disorder does not like that. Nope. That's why we do it, and that's how it looked then. This is the cheese here. And actually I ate that on purpose because I just wanted it. But then I knew that we were going to a Hauskreis, like we call it dinner party, like to some friends. And I knew that there was going to be lasagna. And, you know, there's this voice in the head that says, well, we're going to have dinner there, so we don't have dinner here. But I was hungry, so I had dinner. And I'm not delaying my meals anymore. And, you know, if I have dinner on top, if I have 2 dinners, then that's that. There's no too much. That's exactly how I act. I emptied the tahini. And that was what I ate on that day. It's actually, yeah, it's the other way around. But so that's lasagna. This was a vegan, like there was a vegan lasagna and there was a normal, like with lots of cheese and lots of beef, organic beef. Doesn't matter, but that's what we had a good conversation about, like ethics and, you know, grass-fed and good life for animal. It doesn't really matter, but the thing is, I had to go for the beef because also I got that comment the other day where I was asked if I am avoiding meat, if I don't dare to eat meat, and so I just I am making a point in not neglecting that, and it does taste really good. And the thing is, I even went as far as saying I do not want the vegan part. I did not actually eat the vegan part. I gave it to David because I wanted more of the meat version. Lasagna, you guys have to know, is my all-time favorite childhood food and has always been. I also had some red wine. Some red wine here. And that was the second take. And it was really huge plates, guys. Like, this is a lot. I was so overly full because I had dinner, like I was not going there hungry on purpose. Like I came there and was not hungry, literally, but mentally it sounded good. And also like, yeah, I wasn't even only hungry, I was pretty full already when I came there. And then we also had dessert. This was I think she said Greek yogurt and quark and raspberries and sugars, really good. And baiser, like merengue, and a second one. I had to roll home, guys. Okay, this is irrelevant. No, actually it's not. It's from Stephanie Buttermore, and she asked, many people consider cereal a fear food. Do you feel that way? Half of the people said yes. I used to feel it as well, not anymore. She says it's funny because as kids we wouldn't think twice about a bowl of cereal in the morning. Right. Getting back to that mentally is hard. Right. I still struggle with, but pressing into those fears has helped me overcome them. Yes, same with me. Cereal for the win. Please give this a thumbs up or down, and I see you next video.